Looks like this is going. So, hi, this is Sarah from Aligned with Sarah. This is Let's Talk Tuesday. And I love doing any videos or any sort of training workshop information sharing. So, I'm glad to be here. And I hope this reaches all of you very well. Excuse me, this month of September, we are talking, this piece of wellness that we're talking about is balance. And just a few times that I've written things about it, or I did a video earlier today to put up for this weekly video, the concept of centering comes up. And to me, in my mind, thinking of balance, that center is more of like that fulcrum point. It doesn't necessarily have to be center right to left, that exact center. It's kind of that tipping point, that fulcrum is that place where the plate or the board is going to be balanced on. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in the exact middle. It can be towards the edges. It can be off center just a little bit. And we see that a lot in those beautiful stone towers that around where I live, they're very common to find near waterways. And there's some pretty interesting ones that really get into being balanced in these really unique ways, where it's not just like large, smaller, smallest, making kind of like that conical shape. There's some really creative pieces that are on either side, this height here and not here, and, a stone kind of bringing that back into balance, finding the center where the weight is going to be distributed. And that's kind of my thinking with finding this balance. I think very infrequently we can find a place where we're here, I need 2 hours for this, I need 2 hours for this, I have 2 hours for this, I have 2 hours for this, and be uninterrupted, and not balancing something, whether it's our attention or the investment financially, the investment for time-wise of our day, getting people on board with helping. There's a lot of things that we bring into every experience, and we find balance. So I want to talk about this state of mind experience that we all have. We all have a tendency for a type of a mind. When monks go into their practice, into the monastery, into the state of being, and stepping away from the state of doing, which a lot of us are very engaged in that. Myself, I'm raising my hand for that. But going into this place of just being with this moment, there is this surrendering and there is this movement to a neutral mind. Just the facts, no emotions, no veils of trauma or the past creeping in. It's just based on fact, and it's just based on this moment now. And I had this conversation last week with somebody about this mind concept, and we can tend to have a positive mindset or a negative mindset. I think we have heard those before, but that neutral mind is a much different experience. And the example that actually he was talking about was this example of a cliff. And so having a negative mindset, it would look at that cliff and see the danger and see, hold people back from it, and want to fence it off and see every disaster possible with that. This like negative outcome, negative mindset. The positive mindset is, it's going to be fine. Let's look at the view. Let's get out closer. It's been here for, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years. It's, why would it fall down now? I'm going to jump right off this cliff, and it's going to be fine because I know that there's something right down there that's going to catch me. That's that positive mindset, these positive outcomes that flood into the brain. And I tend to, I can see that the worst case scenario, I have that like I think the blood flow changes a little bit when you become a mother, and this that amygdala gets overworked or overdeveloped, or there's some kind of like hyperfunction in that. Especially that's just my experience, where I was kind of trained into like a troubleshooting mind, which is like a negative thought process. But with the parenting thing, I feel like it like launched. I could see like every worst case scenario possible. So I do tend to have that negative mind, but I have put a lot of effort into making that productive. So negative mindset, positive mindset, a little bit of what goes on with me. And then the neutral mind, the state of just being, and the experience of that cliff boils down to there is a cliff. That's it. No emotions, no other stories, nothing, no baggage coming into the experience, where it's just very neutral. This is a computer. These are my notes for my presentation. This is the mouse, and my mindset that I have to work out of. So I'm aware of that. I find this place of balance where I kind of have my plate of what I bring into the situation, and I find balance in where I know my thoughts are going to go. So investing in, okay, what's going to happen with the mouse, and where's my scheduled stream, and, these things where it gets me, I use that mindset, I use that thinking that I know I have, and I arrive to my computer at least 10 minutes before I need to be here, just to make sure, just to troubleshoot that negative mindset, that negative outcome. Helps me prepare in a way where I show up and I'm here making sure that those things that have happened before, not happening now, that neutral mind would just say, oh, it's 6:59. We have to be somewhere in the other part of this house in 1 minute. That's the neutral mind. So there is value in any of those minds, but talking about the balance is recognizing where you are, where is the center, and how can I turn that into an opportunity, a possibility, living in possibility. That's my favorite summertime lesson. And finding where I need to go, finding my direction, knowing my direction, and knowing my purpose, and finding my direction to that purpose, knowing what it is that I bring into the table. My strengths are this troubleshooting mind, and it puts me in a place where I can show up before I need to in the last moment, and being prepared in a way that brings me to this space in the best way. And having a positive mindset, I could work really hard to try to change that mindset, but I have found a very effective way of my negative mindset. This is that tendency for that troubleshooting. And if anything, I would move into really focusing on that being. And I think maybe, shifting that center towards just being, just having that neutral mind of, I have showed up here for the last 6 months and it's always been fine. So, why don't I just enjoy a few more moments with my family at dinner and then come in here and be ready? So, it's always a work in progress. It's always something else that's changing. But throwing out there that concept of that positive mind, that negative mind, that neutral mind, and finding the centers so that you can have balance and really find opportunity and find the best path forward for progress. Oh my gosh, the best path forward for progress. Wow. So I guess that's all I'm going to talk about today. I don't want to make this super long. I do have a lot of notes, but I'm going to break them up into videos for the upcoming weeks. And I'm now into doing short videos, which is super fun. I don't know how awesome they are to watch, but they are really fun for me. There's like a picture or a video of like my chickens and this volunteer pumpkin plant that just showed up in my backyard from, where we throw them to compost them. So not exactly work related, but I really like it. And it's just me getting the hang of it. So check out those fun videos. The 2-week tweak is still out there. It's still an option for people to check out all of that work, that journey that I took the second half of August. That will be up for another week or so. And then that's going to move off into becoming its own little tweaked experience and turn into a paid program. And let's see, this week I am looking to have at least one workshop in the Owego library. They had welcomed me back to do another presentation. It would be on balance, finding center. That will be upcoming in a few weeks. I'm not sure if I'm going to do one in Candor. I have a pretty full schedule already, which is why I'm hesitating to know exactly when the Owego event is coming up. I am doing a supplement testing clinic in my office. You do need to sign up for an appointment, but you can email me and I will send you the link for signing up for that. And what that is going to be is bringing in your supplements, vitamins, minerals that you take. I'm pointing over at my stash of stuff over there. And we will spend 10 minutes or so testing those to see how your body resonates with that experience of that supplement. So this is not medical advice in any way, but it's a great way to start a conversation with whoever has prescribed those supplements and, what might work better for you, a different time, a different combination, a different schedule. So that's upcoming. And I am shooting for that to be on the 23rd, which is a Friday. And that will be in the evening for all of us folks that need those evening things. And I will update that upcoming events page on my website to have those specifics, the time and the ironed out date. I'm waiting to see when I'm going to be doing those other workshops before I put it all on the calendar. And I mentioned the website, and there's actually a new web address starting Monday. I was hoping that it would be up for the first of the month, but it was not. So today's the big reveal of alignwithsarah.com. And it's much easier to find. It's more fitting with the brand. And I'm pretty excited about it. So it's just a little bit of reorganizing of the information. And we're going to continue to see some reorganizing of the information in the next couple of weeks as my help has shifted in this technology world. And we're going to be moving into changing the website a little bit. And like I said, just sort of moving things around and reorganizing. So that's about it for today for Let's Talk Tuesday and a nice quick update. So I will put a link in the description of this video for connecting to the 2-week tweak if you want to check that out. I'll also put a link in for upcoming events page on the website so that you can check back and see what has come onto the schedule to be part of our life in September. And that's about it. So enjoy finding balance, enjoy finding center, enjoy acknowledging what skills that you bring into every moment and fitting them into this balanced place of really taking yourself into your purpose with a positive perspective. That came out way better. All right. So this is Sarah from Aligned with Sarah. Thank you again for being here. And I will talk to you again very soon.